keep my energy high. Come through on an elegant vibe. Ironic, but I know I'm good, but still test me to see the devil inside.
Like time costs money, gotta roll it. Oh yeah, these my veins, I probably move slowly on that phone, hit them with the cons, with the icons.
Hello everyone, how you guys doing?
Doing alright.
Yeah. We're gonna open this up with a little sauce, you know what I'm saying? Can I get people to get a year on this side of the room? A year? This side of the room. I want you to say what? Alright, cool. It's a battle of the bands. It's a battle of the bands, yeah?
Don't need proof. Tryna use faith when I'm down to a few.
Yeah, okay, cool. My name is Asante and I go by the name of a.just.king. This is for the culture. Now, I know you guys are scared, you know, lockdown's coming. It's just tomorrow. You wanted to get your last, get it in! So I need that energy. I need all of that energy right here, yeah? We're gonna crack this open and make sure they want to kick us out. Do you understand? That's the energy I need from you. All right, cool. So we're gonna start this with an open mic, yeah? So the first person come to the stage, a legend in his field. This guy, yeah, over Instagram, he handles the business. He got rhymes, he got the schemes, and he's gonna make you feel things. Do you understand me?
No, that's
you don't understand me. Listen, all right. Come to the stage, the one, the only, the metaphorest.
Poet justice. Hold the fort. You cry a warrior charge, as swift and as fast as the passing of cars. Hold the fort. Me and my cohorts will march a course. It will be a blowtorch we cast as a last resort. Before the courts of knights and kings, hold the fort. At high noon they'll try to, but they're tied to. The high rise of high crime, it's high time they die too. Hold that fort. At nightfall, nights fall. From midnight, a flick knife. We sit tight inside between two ribs. That's it, right? Hold that fort. On this night, it's all staged. Along the veils, it's all the rage. Among the veil, it's all to take. So all's well that ends well. An entail that entails the entrails of dead males, all the chained. Wait, a justly touch to surely crush those hushed and slain. Hold the fort. Hold a pause. My gun won't spare a bullet for short change. Point blank like arrows, they won't travel for short range. The pavement is a canvas, the target a subject. The blood paints a portrait. Slugs commune with tissue, an acquaintance quite quaint. Bullets knock at the doorframe, staying for your sake, asking for your name. It's no joke when gunplay is fought by most folks. The streets are the host, master of ceremonies. Hold the fort, hold applause. It's murder she wrote for others to take note. Hitting metal to throats, quick for a quote. So recite it slide and say it slow for others to lay low. It rain and monsoon, bullets hail, sleet and snow, and you'll soon be gone soon. Go get your coat. And if you do get soaked, you'll stay lying and float. Go get a boat. Karma or drama, call it whatever you like. Take it into your hands for a poetic license. Justice is blind. Anyone can get it. It's whoever it finds. Whether it's red and blue, blue and reds, they all end up all against the wall. Babe, one gets blue when one sees red. One turns blue when one is dead. The red that surrounds his body, all around his head. Blue bruise on his eye, caught red-handed. Yo, brother, you just killed another. No reason walked out. It's black and white, Jay-Z's first cover. It could be pitch black and still have problems with color. Hold the fort, show no remorse. Hold that fort inside your mind like a Trojan horse. Hard to find, never need to be spoken. It's a notion very potent. I can see it in your eye. It's poetry in motion. Enjoy the ride. I tend to write. HB pencil, but I paint it black and white. Cripple blood, all collide, all hit with slugs driving by. Red and blue, only seen together on siren lights. Poet justice.
All right, cool. So the next person come to the stage. This lady, she got the bars as well. She shelled it last time when she came to For the Culture. So please, give it up for Quintessence! Warrior!
To a poem, it's called Patterns. I shall try first to do it by heart, but let's see how it goes. I never strike the right balance between intuition and paranoia. My own self-doubt surface led to bad decisions by good intentions, creating chaos as I was searching for inner peace. Calm are lake's ripples, but they never teach you how to ride the ocean's waves, how to swim against your own current, not follow a riptide that snowballs into an abandoned ship type of shitstorm, not abandon all hope, not throw myself from doubt to certainty, not answer the very own questions I did not yet know how to ask, how to right the wrong of my own thinking, leave the guilt trip I am barred by my own volition, and choose instead the path of growth. Ripping seams I have now outgrown, patching this canvas of a life with hope, threading love through anything but my own tiny, narrow needle head. Woo! Thank you guys. This one is a bit more dramatic. It's called Dark Times. And just as a warning, it has some reference to sexual assault. Big change, right? His defense said I was provocative, but if my body was evocative of lust in him, that was his duty to control. I was not begging, for I was whole. The slit of my dress is not an invitation to touch, even if you think I am not wearing much. The pattern of my type is not a map for greedy hands, not your ass to slap. Heard too many excuses, had enough of you hearing more as we are yelling stop. Call me a slut for my lipstick is redder than blood. My name, when rejected, tried to drag through mud. Do I offend your fragile sense of being man? Somehow felt threatened by what I can. Do I myself, you take, but never ask. Make guarding ourselves into a 24/7 task. When walking down streets, hold your keys in a fist. Order a taxi when the last train you missed. Be careful though, check the license and photo. With doors locked, some forget that no means no. Don't leave your drink out, don't walk alone at night. Don't be too friendly or rude, might cost you your life, right? To be decided and appraised by shameless eyes. The same arms that broke dreams and muffled cries. The way things are, this can't be normal. I will not be polite, surely not formal. My body, you don't get to decide when to take. I am not your land to plow or earth to rake. Not a gallery for your viewing pleasure. My worth, you have no right to measure.
Yes, the realness. I told you, there are going to be people who make you feel things. There's honesty, there's truth, and this is what poetry is, you understand? Let me shout out my boy, Brett 16,
Good afternoon. How you guys feeling? Good. Right, so we got a second lockdown coming up. Yeah, my thing is short, but I've got 5 minutes. I'm gonna use my time. This is the last one, bro, for a minute. So, anyone here just a fan of Boris Johnson? Just by any chance? No? Thank God. Cool. So, right, I'm feeling a bit of angst, so indulge me if you will. When I say fuck, can you guys say Boris Johnson? Let's just get the anger out. Fuck!
Boris Johnson.
Fuck!
Boris Johnson.
Fuck!
Boris Johnson.
Fuck that boy, man. Right, when you're ready, DJ. Yeah.
Let's go.
We're gonna take to that one still.
Come on.
Hey. just trying to help out the fam. Big money mindset, the music team barely just started, I'm already gathering brands. Worked even harder, they said self-isolate. I'm still on different shit and that's on different days. Listen, been grinding while you niggas locked in the room like kids that play. I've been lost in the year, I sidetracked myself, I'm still finding my way. Getting visions while I meditate. Look, the shit got me feeling like Kendrick Lamar. Levitate, levitate, levitate. Be ready for the real when I bust this thing. There's too much fake, it's kinda sus this thing. I couldn't tell you lot how rich I'ma be. Same way I lost count of the cups I cleaned. Boy, I struggled and slaved, doubled in my name. Double shift, doubles again. I just gotta pray, God doubles my game. Real shit, I ain't playing no game. Niggas saying they seeing me grind. Hush my boy, you ain't seen nothing yet. I got ideas, I'm just letting them set. I'm coming for the world like the world don't be rent. Don't watch the vocals. This is deeper than you know. This is bigger than you know. Ain't no problems with how I'm living. I owe myself more, so I'm staying driven. You can hold my name up to any legend, and I'll tell you straight why I don't see no difference. I work like I ain't had a pot to piss in, cause I want my own to be the one I piss in. There was 2 donnies that led the bulls, but don't confuse me for Scottie Pippen, who you with. Yo, plenty of rounds in the clip. No, you ain't catching me slip. Damn right, I'm trying to get rich, but it's deeper than rap. But it's news that I think. Fam, I ain't wait to blow to pattern. I'ma set the trend like fashion. I just hope they peep the pattern. Author's word, I make it happen. Look, black business, black owned. I'm doing more than my role. I'm trying to stay in control, collecting crystals like infinity stones. What? I wasn't left with much of a choice. World full of options, still wasn't my choice. Turns out I was put here to rinse out my points. Right, let's just run this one time. Let's see how it goes. Aye, fuck Boris Johnson. Fuck Boris Johnson. Oh, fuck Boris Johnson. What? Fuck Boris Johnson. Oh, fuck Boris Johnson. Go.
Fuck Boris Johnson.
What?
Fuck Boris Johnson.
What?
Fuck Boris Johnson.
Cheers. That's it, stop. Let's get hey. Fuck Boris Johnson. Fuck Boris Johnson. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Santin.
Coming to the stage, yeah? How they feel? What fuck DJ? Person come to the stage is Nomadic Libe.
My name is Nomadic Libe. Libe means lion in Somali. And the first poem I'm gonna do is called The Injustice of What Just Is. And while it begins. What does it mean to be black? In other words, what do you lack? Let's look at the facts. Every word associated with that has a negative connotation attached. Black magic. Magic involving the supposed invocation of evil spirits for evil purpose. Black list. A list of people or things that are regarded as unacceptable or untrustworthy. Black ball. Reject a member applying to become a member of a private club, typically by means of a secret ballot. Black male. The action treated as a criminal offense of demanding payment or another benefit from someone in return for not revealing, compromising, or damaging information about them. If black is the opposite of white, white being synonymous for purity, innocence, and light, the contrast in the meaning of these words reflect real life. Words determine value of life. What does it mean to be black? And why do we identify with that? Does it mean I'm a melanated man, an African descendant, a Cxltxre king? Well, if it did, then I would identify with everything. In order for us to understand where we are, we must look back to where we were. Black history is surrounded by mystery. Perpetuated portraits of indignity exemplify a distorted history, leaving lineage and legacy in the hands of the enemy, degrading the integrity of ancestral memory. The colonizer created a caste system to castrate us from our own land, using our own resources to cripple us with our own hands, creating nations by drawing lines to divide kingdoms and tribes. So understand where the real line should be redefined. First, we must decolonize the mind. We can be sexualized and glamorized before we're demonized and marginalized. Vilified and tossed aside, all because we aren't so inclined to climb behind or walk down a narrow line tailored for your kind. The enigma of the so-called nigger is that he is a niggus, a king. So to label him anything else is a disastrous thing. Stop and think how labels redefine everything. Wonder why, when someone white willfully commits a horrendous crime, they always seem to have either lost their mind or it wasn't in their nature because it's not of their kind. This is a reflection of a systemic tool of oppression used as a weapon to mask past aggression through acceptance, to keep us confused, idle in thought but actions consumed. The rhetoric we hear is the words we live by. The words we say shape our life. The world simply isn't black and white. Injustice is not right.
All right, next person come to the stage. We have Rising Ashes. Yo, shout out.
I'm Rising Ashes. I have two pieces for you today, both short and sweet. The first piece is called Gang. I wrote this last year. Enjoy. Gang. An organised group of criminals. See, our black generations have been classed as thugs. Our streets run red with blood as poverty gives us one big hug in the slums of our corrupted gov. But what do I mean when I say gang? Guiding a new generation, increasing the black population, decreasing our minoritization. So reprogram your mind, relearn your own rhymes. Being black is not a crime, it is something to be proud of. So I put my fist up to my kings, queens, my brothers and my sisters. Remember who you are, know who you are, know where you are going. Because together we will never be broken. See, the race is not for the swift, but for those who endure it. You must play the game in order to win. So no more divide and conquer, more provide for one another and prosper. Let the light shine within like the many beautiful shades of our melanin. We are not only made in God's image, but we are good within. Being placed on this earth has not been for nothing. So whether you want to write, dance, teach or sing, remember the power we have within as a collective to overcome and achieve anything. Our spirituality stems from the boundaries we willingly set for ourselves. Thank you. The next piece is called Deep Down. And the search begins within, as it inevitably ends within. Stop looking. In the same places, from the same people, for the same things you want and need but never receive. Please believe, it's a waste of your precious energy. What you seek externally does not yet exist, but your desires internally can manifest. Just believe in your own greatness. Everything happens for a reason. Some people are only in our lives for a season. Doubt in oneself is the ultimate treason. So who are you? Who am I? Who are we? Do you ever truly know yourself until you're comfortable spending time with yourself? So I iced out, under lock and key, waiting for the better me to be set free. You see, I am naturally comfortable in my own solitude. Embracing my introverted nature, peaceful behavior. External validation is no longer my source for a savior. If I always do what I've always done, then I'll always be where I've always been. Fear really does crush your dreams. To say what you really mean what you say, meditate and pray. Faith in the Most High is the only way. True meaning of self will never come from him, her or they. So when they leave, don't beg for them to stay. Thank you.
Superiority complex. Complexity in the sense of being superior in the context. Object. To objectify or misinterpret or rectify with the passing note of the concept is context. To contextualize the nonsense. I can't sense. The same feeling is being misled, and the only way to make someone superior is to make them complex. The only way to right your wrongs is to confess. Fess up, I'm fed up of playing these petty games, and when you lose, I take the blame. This is the same shame our women have to take from the approaching aim of a marksman's bow. Reality check, checkmate. To see you lose, they checkmate. Sweet mate, dropping sweet and sour sauce from a Timberland tree. Dropping like fruits, only little you to push inside the boots. Only on the roads to make their mothers happy, but that's a contradiction. You listen to my stories like I'm telling fiction, but that's another extradition in my extradition of my exhibition of what it's like to be another child of the light. These kids are rushing too fast like rabbits, but we were taught this, to win and to walk like the tortoise. How sick you must be to think, how could I extort this? Extortion, to exhume one of their assets or value. Abortion, to exhume the reincarnation of life in which it was chosen. Mind over matter, in a sense, if you mind your business, these things won't matter. It's the beginning and the ending of the world. Two counterparts of the same zone losing hope in each other, so they eventually lose their throne. I guess they won the game. Checkmate. Those girls are what you want, but she is what you need. You have been so consumed by the idea of consumption that have been swallowed by the throat of life, excreted out into the soil, and you still don't feel the term oil. It's turmoil, stolen land and crude oil. Confused man of his enemy, and he shall fight his brother. Two men, now true boys, fight to the death, and a stranger shall inherit his property. Probably the same way that proverbs be. Truth be told, I do not expect an apology, you uncultured swine. Always complaining when someone tells you why they don't drink wine because they are spiritually high like all the time. But I guess I can't blame you, because every time I tell you about this, you say I have a superiority complex. Thank you. We're gonna start it. Next person to come up to the stage, a champion on the mic, Miss Hennaago. Give her a round of applause.
Growth. So pure, urine like water. Floating in water, safety bubble encapsulates sight, touch, smell, taste, manifesting experiences of life in the womb. Immersed in safe blackness with only soft interference of the outside world, waiting. This peace is soon to be forgotten, erased. Knowledge of becoming an agent of my dynamic environment is still unknown. Electric forces, contraction of the external muscle, learning cause and effects. Control and change, tip and topple, it's fallen. Reach out, it's possible to feel, experiment, trial and error, fall and get back up. Try again. I can walk now. I can walk. No, look, Mama. No hands. Emotions override. Skip, jump, sing, dance. Communication collides into existence. Wave hello and goodbye. Meaningful gestures make a difference. Thought processes develop, connections are made. I can mentally fly. My dreams and desires are bigger than the world, larger than my muscle of a mind. Wow, my heart can feel the rhythm of life, the beat of unconditional love. I feel whole, I am someone, I am something. I can use and be used. External expectations start to take over. What's your purpose? Feed the desires, but whose? Goodbye, instinctive freedom. Goodbye, spiritual success. Hello, systemized institutions. Hello, corporate success. Welcome to the hierarchy, and this is where you belong. But who am I? Fascinating how the light shines above this strange-shaped object hovering above. I can control it. I can push and it falls, grab hold and it's part of me. Race. What are we all racing for? Disconnection from human nature, bring the human out from natural instincts and soulfulness. I can't breathe our human words recycled, echoed, rippled into the reality of now. Breathing life into the true facts of society. Disconnections which pollute the mind, causing confusion and turning into hate. Think about it. Insights into the human inner workings, bio, psycho, social aspects allow me to submerge into a pool of knowledge, ancient wisdom, reconnect and realize your true potential. Okay. Thank you.
So the next person coming up to the stage is, give it up for him, T.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm gonna perform two short pieces for you guys today. The first one is called Unknown. Close your eyes and let my voice lead you down the Milky Way, past the galaxies and into this stratosphere. Allow me to rearrange the atmosphere. You see, it's all past your fear. On the other side, you'll find greatness pushing you into gear. At the rear is where you'll find me pushing you, all smeared with the hope of your hopelessness. Greatness awaits you, and I'm here to make sure you attain it. I'll be your soldier, your proctor, your helicopter, pumping out the automatic vibes to keep you high in this fight while you take flight. You see, what's the point of all this might if I can't push you back into the light? I won't hold back, so don't look back and keep pushing past all your plight. Don't let our resonance be tainted by the darkness that surrounds us. Thank you guys. This next piece is from a series I'm working on called Lost Files, and this is number 4. I've got pure manner for foreplay, but don't get it twisted. I'm all about that core play. You see, I love it when we parlay so I can find my way between your laps. Wait, what I really meant to say was, can I make you my little Marjorie? Alright, I'm done with the facade. I just want to know how beauty flows from your coochie. I'm stuck to you like a leech. Wait, would you be interested in making a movie? I'm a fool, but I will game me. I'll make you roll your eyes back 360, no scope, that's a headshot. You see, your white ain't the only thing I'm trying to hold. You see, every note you hit will be another score conducted by me. Look, locked away inside our memories, beneath the sea. Let me trigger your fantasies. You see, I'm just trying to swim in your waves, B. I've got pure manner for foreplay, but don't get it twisted. I'm all about that core play.
Okay. Next person up to the stage is poetryasyas.
It's a new one I'm going to do. It's about sort of just troubles in my head that I'm trying to overcome and how I overcome it. Oh, I'm sorry. Accept my excuses. Because I was minding my own business, I dismissed this diamond encrusted gold being you are, forever polished and dusted, no scars, and the slate you hold before God. Perfect quality. Excuse me, my apologies. Because clearly whatever you do is perfectly executed. You're never persecuted for being in your truth or trying something new. Constantly sharp and on point like a blade, which you're definitely familiar with. I'm afraid you have to pardon me. Excuse me, my apologies. What was I thinking? I guess I should breathe in what you say then. No. Because when I really start to focus, I notice your hair is actually spiked up and out of place like the troll you are. A whole disregard of any kind of empathy. It's not in your vocabulary, it's an imaginary concept. You forget that you do not walk on water. You don't rise above, you're much shorter. Staying from the filth of your mouth and the fast fingers behind the screen, your eyes are gouged out because you denied seeing the twist you sent to turn someone's life upside down. Thriving from the upset of your victim. Your repetitive persistence makes me think you must find it addicting. To be honest, I have to express myself like this because I wish my confidence would listen. Conflicts in the position I tried to hold myself in, like stepping up in the first place block, but never really being able to accept the race, in denial, shock, forever doubting. Impossible mountains to climb in my head of wine and just overcome a rocky falls. Mockery at my attempt to even take this course. But I feel the vibrations through me as I tap on the screen what's in my mental. It's the insecurity concentrations that threw me in the stream to drown out my potential. But it weren't quite deep enough, see. I'm smashing the concrete boulder of self-doubt from around my ankles, swimming out from the tangled lies of the antagonist's attempt to stifle my phenomenality, my virtuosity. I'm edifying my mental energy so the dancing trolls in my head can no longer get to me. They miss the beat so they no longer have a rhythm in my daily routine. I was an addict to their choreography, so I have to wean myself off and find another vibration to lean and vibe to. This whole time I've been lying to myself. Creating concepts or stop steps of progress being taken. Nah. I'm now awakening from my own insecurity-induced coma. I'm the owner of my train of thoughts and the journey to where it takes me. These toxic thoughts are no longer what makes me. I'm now in tune and inclined to master my true interior design. Thank you.
That's what I'm talking about. Ewa! To the stage. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going.
Hey everyone. So my name is Ewa. I am a bit nervous. It's my first time. But yeah, this poem is called An Ode to Black. And Yeah, it's very visual, so just listen and kind of see the pictures and it will help, I guess. Here lies she, black queen, once free, big lipped, not quite Kardashian quality hips, hairborn, reaching for the sun, yet for that reason she consistently mourned. I see her, tired arms and bowed head drape over a porcelain white bowl bath that holds her. An erratic scourer, decorated with connective tissue and blood vessel, proving its work on every nook of she like a proud author of an unreleased book, playfully dangles on former nail, now repurposed hook. Handcrafted, deep mahogany skin is now scratched into clumps of epidermis and root-pulled hair follicle that flavor her watery grave with fat. In dull mud brown, she is sat, like a museum piece titled An Ode to What Really Sits Beneath. Red droplets journey through her, hard to decipher between their trails and what is vain. They form a pool of supports beneath her, proving that finally we can really see her. Am I Abraham? I stand horrified. 2 steps forward and a tired, muffled sob sends me back against door. A sacrificial lamb. Why? I crawl towards the image before me. She does not move, she does not see me. Air around thickens and wraps itself around the base of my throat. I plead for an antidote, a moment to intervene, stop the thoughts, time to prevent the crime. My journey ends. Hand reaches to touch her scathed cheek. The remnants of her imprint themselves onto my fingertips, find hiding place in my nails. Like an addict falling back into another high, she leans into me. I lift her face and see me. She is me. I have finally scrubbed myself clean. All the bad brown has washed away and I am left pure, white, colonized to the core. They can never say anymore. The weight of this existence became too much. All I asked for was time, space to just be me, unapologetic brown-skinned female, truly free. The image you see now has always laid beneath. So, I just couldn't take it anymore. You injected eyes that seared targets on my skin, transported me into dark rooms, sleepless nights, anxiety rife, so my waterlogged heart leaks, blurs my sight. You brandished my black skin as unacceptable, not mainstream. You begged me to be pure, sent your guards to find me in my sleep, and when the black in me would not be washed away, they shot bullets which spread shockwaves that were felt internationally. You pushed me into rooms under the ruse of a diversity and inclusion guide, only for you to explain why I was the black hole that sucked away the white from light. You stuck pages and pages of pleas down me, asking me to teach you the way to allow people like me to just be, but every single point was just disputed and explained away. You rounded me up, stopped me, unable to believe that the black didn't make me bad, searched me, used your superpowers to knee on my neck while simultaneously shouting at me to just fucking breathe. You waited for this day. It was always my fate. You made my bed with sheets woven with a 400 thread count of genocide. Pumped my pillows with feathers doused in slavery. Laid me down. Gave me water that when I drank made me heave and spit out burned skulls. Gouged eyes, handless fingers, to be found in bile-coated clumps in my hands. You cried for this. You cried for me. So here lies she, skin raw, bloody but pure, white. Finally, free of this fight.
Yes, sir. Oh, the next person come to the stage, a champion, close brother of mine. Let me say, Soft Spoken. Give him a round of applause, everybody. Oh, yo.
So my name is Softspoken, and I run a night called BYOB Poetry, and our next show is on Monday the night. Not anymore because of the questions. So actually, serious note as well. BYOB is sponsored by London Borough Culture Brand 2020, which means that we get a bit of money coming in, but let's not talk too much about that. But it basically means that I'm not allowed to be political on stage when I'm doing my shows, but this isn't BYOB, this is culture. So, fuck Boris Johnson. Say it one more time, please. Fuck Boris Johnson.
Fuck Boris Johnson.
So I'm gonna hit you with a little song. Cause I just woke in the year 2020. Everything's changed and they gentrified my city. Everyone's racist and the outlook's looking shitty. But I can't sing, so I'll go back to poetry.
Hey.
See, I've just woken up from a 10-year coma. Allowed vision to a life I thought was over. I'm feeling 21, but my body suggests I'm older. My beard's got grays and my hair's gone beyond my shoulders. You're gonna have to kind of pretend I've got hair. And right now I can't tell my ass from October and I need a shower to remove decades of romance. Sensory overload makes it hard to keep composure. I squinted for all this light exposure, so I reach for my glasses and look at my Motorola a bit closer. See, I just woke up from a 10-year coma, but it seems like yesterday I graduated from uni and I'm thinking of that girl I liked and whether she still loves me. It's been 10 years, she would have moved on. How silly, but I log into Facebook, see that she's married an Arab, and she's had a kid, and she's named him after me.
Science.
See, I know, right? No, just don't tell me why. You see, I see those touchscreen phones are cool on, but their big sizes are way too big for idle thumbs, and hold on. Where's Nokia gone? And where's the innovation? Because it feels like we're singing the same song, but it also feels like the world has changed. And what happened to hip hop? And who the hell is Drake? And what happens to Kanye West? Because it seems like he got married to his beautiful, dark, twisted fantasy, and frankly, I'm not impressed. Ooh. And what's real and what's fake? Because all I hear are the worst takes. And has the world gone to sleep when I wasn't awake? Because I have this uneasy feeling that I can't seem to shake. I mean, America had a black president and Palestine still isn't free. America has now got an orange president, soon to be white maybe, but some kind of color president, and Palestine still isn't free. We had a black royal and Palestine still isn't free, and we've lost that black royal and Palestine. You see, I've just woken up from a 10-year coma, but at least America still has Obama. Oh no. Where the hell's Obama? Who's president? Who's president? You're talking my man with the coma. Are you sure the war isn't over? And which group has the right feeling pissed? Because it was America, then it was Al Qaeda, then it was America, then ISIS, then America, then terrorists, America, terror, America, terror. All right, let me try and explain to you the USA. It seems like they're infected, but we take the antibiotics, and now we've got MRSA. And now with Iran, we're forced to take paracetamol for their own headache. And I shouldn't say the rest, but the Queen protecks kidney fitness.
Oh. Say it again! Say it again! Say it again! Say it again! Put people in the back. Say it again!
If I lose my job tomorrow, you know why. I shouldn't say this, but the Queen protects kidney fitness. Donald Trump is the new Hitler. Goebbels is the prototype of Karl Rover. Mike Pence is a combination of Goering and Himmler. But let's hope the UK is out of secession. Prime Minister less sinister than David Cameron. Boris Johnson. Boris Johnson. You mean racist for miles? Pickaninny smiles. Boris Johnson. It seems like the Tories are finally morphed into the BNP, which is way worse than Labour going Trotsky. And Harry went from dressing as a Nazi to leaving the royal family. And Prince Andrew and the Black Eyed Peas both went south after 30. Speaking of which, what happened to Man United after Ferguson? City won the league. City won the league. How many times? Liverpool's won the league. Well, as long as Liverpool haven't caught up, that's fine. And
I see that Hackney's no longer still the hood, but Arsenal still have what one day thinks, okay, I'm good. And I've woken up from this 10-year coma. The war seems to go a little bit colder, and the war seems to go on a melanoma. Trees cutting attacks on Lincoln, it's metastatic, and this war isn't static. Brits acting erratic. Erratic with their racism and hatred become geographic, and the Amazon is wheezing like an asthmatic, and by now divide and conquer is a well-refined tactic. And police in America still autocratic, killing with a knee on the neck on the gun, and that's classic. And education system still going on problematic, and if you happen to be an ethnic minority, then your results are going to be tragic. You see, swine flu wasn't the only reason I avoided bacon, but at least it didn't keep me home from spreading infection. And we went recovering from a recession to the start of a depression, and London has now won the World Games of Gentrification. A nation divided, brought together by love for key workers, deprived of resources required to heal and nurture, and fuck Corona. Can I hear you say it?
Fuck Rona.
Fuck
Corona. Fuck Rona.
Say it again. Fuck Corona. And I've just woken up from this 10-year coma, but I picked up this knack for poetry. It's like I took 2 pens and started crocheting similes and weaved words together metaphorically and left in this bitty poem. It's actually kind of bitty, which is still unfinished because there's still 2 months of this shit. Thank you.
Drop it, ain't doing nothing for me. Ask me how I'm feeling.
Guys, to give this man a big round of applause, our main act for the night, Samuel King.
Head spinning, eyes rolling, legs shaking, speech slurred. I said speech slurred, legs shaking, eyes rolling, head spinning. I know they say blood is thicker than water, but the small print says vodka is just as strong. I guess Ray must be vexed because I've been chilling with his nephews too long. This spirit in me is lit, my soul's F. This drink in my cup is an absolute shag of deception. How it can taste like death but look like the pure H2O. Oh, you didn't know. The way I'm barking it down, you would call me a road dog. Taking all these shots to the head, us instead make me a Billy Gunn. Drinking's fun. No time for the mixers or mix-ups. Shots get smacked down raw, I'm just taking a piss. I mean, I've taken a drink, I can't control my bladder. I think I'm actually taking a piss from the garden. From pre-drinks at Glenn's to the club where we've got bottles to pop. We pull up and I'm feeling like the people's trap, the way girls come through when they Ciroc. Smelling like mangoes, cherries, pineapples, the lot. But my head's spinning, eyes rolling, legs shaking, speech slurred. Legs shaking, eyes rolling, speech slurred, head spinning. I'm drinking and I'm on one. It's all over now. We've moved from the white to the brown things. I'm outstanding, outside, standing out in this crowd. How ironic. Tonic, risky. We've moved from the vodka to the whiskey. And all of a sudden I'm sipping on that Henny too, and I ain't even spent a penny on this juice. I don't take to the vodka well, so I Jack Daniel shots as well. It's all mad how all this alcohol in the morning, I feel like fire in my organs. As for composure of being sober, that ship has sailed. The new driver of this boat is Captain Morgan. He's taking over from here. But my head's spinning, eyes rolling, legs shaking, speech slurred, my word. My night seems to be going sideways, trying to look the right way, trying to stand up straight to the head. These shots take effect, topple over this bench, knock a box as I go down. My eyes roll now, my eyes roll now. Head spinning, legs shaking, speech slurred, eyes rolling, eyes rolling, eyes rolling. I see her. I see her physique, her demeanor, sweet Caribbean freak. Walk over, arm over shoulder, forget being sober. I wanna marry you, marry me, no, Malibu. Grab her closer, we kiss. So her coconut flavored lips grace my taste buds, taste great cuz. Blacked out, but I'm lit. Feeling pure fire in this booth. VIP ain't ever felt this perfect, worthlessly slumped, unmoved like a Charlie sloth, feeling like a boss with this glass of kvass in my hand, chilling, legs wide open, feeling this cocktail in my system. Then this spice strike by looking hot. Got this burn in my chest from this scotch bonnet of a woman standing before me, sipping a drink, having a laugh. We laugh, the banter runs. She turns around. I lean over and grab her rum punch, kicks me right in the face, and before you know it, I'm spaced, and I'm faded, 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 faded. Cool. I said, would you believe this angel had another 7 sisters? We'd argue again and again, going around in circles in this white city. We had such a bond. Street names don't stick in my head, but I knew she lived somewhere in East the way she got me back.
Say that again.
Say it again. I said, would you believe this angel had another 7 sisters? We'd argue again and again, going around in circles in this white city. We had such a bond. Street names don't stick in my head, but I knew she lived somewhere in East the way she got me barred. I never would have thought she was this strict. She spoke so much with her chest, little did I know she carried tons of padding. Her walls were like this thick and had high gates. After some time, I finally get her back to my place, so now we chill on a mental vibe. The funny thing is, she thinks I'm a gentle type. We get to bed, I don't say pin, lick up a little, and she starts shaking like the trains on the central line. I ain't got a chance to relate with all these innuendos like, she's surprised at my bell signs. I'll be kissing on her neck, I stop, I'm guaranteed to hit the bank. The train pulled up from the platform too late, so now we're doing overtime. Slide in my DLR. She ain't ready for this roller coaster ride. Hey. She don't normally drink that beer that's made of ale. More time she's on that water. After a few cocktails, let's just say she holds stock well. I mean, her body's a temple, so I mean no malice. This queen deserves nothing less than a crystal palace. I might even build her a knight's bridge. That's why you catch me out on Victoria's line. I'll be chasing the queen and having a glorious time. She triangle, so I watch her transform like Ben 10. On anyone's scorecard, she'd get a whopping 10-10. And that's why for me, that natural look is more than enough. And I'm always calling a bluff. I just can't stand more of this makeup is protocol stuff. Just can't stand more of this makeup is protocol stuff. Let's just say, most of all, words to my boy Pen, she's a good girl oval. To be precise, I'd pick her overall. I said to be brief, I'd pick her overall. Overall the rest of the overall. Sex is cool but I'm bored. In a sense, I'm just trying to gauge your innocence. I'll be trying to pursue patience, but she takes too long to reply. I guess it's perfect time. I mean, she's a virtue, so she must be worth it, right? All these bars, I mean, sure. Ditch all the rest of the girls, and she's westbound to be first in queue. Gardens leave her speechless, which is why we spend most of our time up in Greenford. I said, all these bars, I mean, sure. Ditch all the rest of the girls, and she's westbound to be first in queue. Gardens leave her speechless, which is why we spend most of our time up in Greenford. Personally, I feel like we should spend some time at home more. I'll be spaced out in another postcode. I've got no idea what I'm in my zone for. Say it again! Say it again! Say it again! Personally, I feel like we should spend some time at home. I'll be spaced out in another postcode like I have no idea what I'm in the zone for. On our way back to my end, we travel through old streets. We travel through more gates and recognize old streets in this monumental city. I'm just glad she could take this journey with me, because she'd always be the center of my heart like Piccadilly. Acting the clown, jumping through these hoops, got me on a tightrope, might find hope amongst all these evil heathens. Pose to fulfill my needs then, leave me out on a hangar, late, playing games. You know she's not a man or house the way to be out here looking for rich men. Definitely not one to mess with. You take her out on one date and you'll be in debt for the rest of your life. The disrespect. How low can you get? As for respect, that's bingo. She's done more than enough of her part to make the king cross, and that's not good. Because if the king can't take her, I'm sure St. John's would. mess with. You take her out on one date and you'll be in debt for the rest of your life. I mean, the disrespect. Pounds low can you get? As for respect, that's been lost. She's done more than enough of her part to make the king cross, and that's not good. Because if the king can't tame her, I'm sure St. John will. That's why you gotta set boundaries. When you see the yellow line, you don't step there. Because one wrong look and you can end up on the edge where things get hot. Bring it back. I said, that's why you gotta set boundaries. Yeah? When you see the yellow line, you don't step there. Because one wrong look and you can end up on the edge where things get hot. But not my babe. She's ruthless, far from stupid though. That's why you catch me out somewhere in East waiting for her to get hit with Cupid's bow. Church, in her, I have the utmost faith, and that's gospel. Oak trees will be planted in the name of Allah. As for punctual, that's an understatement. She'll feel no way to put you in your place if you're late and stone you to death. I said, as for punctual, that's an understatement. She'll feel no way to put you in your place if you're late and stone you to death with shade. She's not rude, that's just the way she's made. And I'm always prepared for whatever he throws my way.
Maidstone. Go ahead.
I'm always prepared for whatever he throws my way. Regardless of that, I've done my part to earn my stripes, so she's my superstar. And she always makes my heart train fast, like the Eurostar, underground lovers. Thank you. Quick question. What's the bin without trash? Empty. Who's Jill without Jack?
Single.
What's muscles without packs? Who's sneakbot without crack? What's weave? I mean a train without a track. Body without a back. Bone, home without a dad. Now before I start, this isn't me slating dads who have left the homes of single mothers. This is me simply bringing home some truths about some facts that remain undercover, no doubt. A household without a father figure would be considered incomplete. So stereotypically, sons grow up and resent that missing father figure till they're about 6 feet deep, which causes a generation of hatred. Mothers get complacent. Women find it hard to find trust in a soulmate because they believe he'll be quick to slip into the next babe adjacent. It's quite basic, let's face it. Dads in the home are the backbone. So when dads ain't around, sons grow up to make their mothers proud instead of striving to be the dads that's never been around. But then I realize I'm in an awkward situation. I live in more than just a fatherless home, we live in a fatherless nation. The fatherless syndrome is swapping through generation to generation. We make plans to better the youth, and like absent dads, they ain't funding it. So the same way we can ask what's a child without a dad, we should ask what's the youth without the government. Because respect for older males and higher power basically doesn't exist. And when asked why, we'll have our own list, because look how long we've had to put up with all of their ish. Now they want to come in our lives, but they're simply all... Well, who are they to tell us anything? They weren't there through our grind. They weren't even there half the time. Now they see me doing our own thing, they think it's alright to come in our lives like it's fine, well no. Now don't take what I'm saying literally, the government ain't exactly our parents, but the comparisons correlate. If it's not wrong for a child to resent a distant father, why is it a crime for the youth to resent in what's meant to be an apparent democracy, a distant partner? Shit, wrecked, flipping heck, put together the missing steps. Fathers always wish the best for their kids, but they're not there, therefore it's disrespect for us. And that's the truth, on behalf of the youth. So don't blame or be ashamed of our actions or consider us insane. Because when it came to the important parts of our lives, you disappeared, David blamed and showed a lack of support. Investing so much time in the rich who were coming to the end of their lives instead of investing time in us, who are young and have lives to live and haven't yet reached our prime. You say we have potential, yet you're cutting down libraries, youth clubs, institutions to help us grow, and aids for single mothers. How can we grow in a world where the dads don't help and the government don't love us? You're not a father if you can't. Say it again! What's the line even? How can we grow in a world where the dads don't help and the government don't love us? You're not a father if you can't disregard your own selfish needs for the ones you love. And the same goes for the system. They're above, but the link seems to be missing. Half the time they disregard those half their size, so as fathers of this nation, power is being misused, causing boys to become men early. And at the end of the road, the cycle continues. So I ask again, what's the bin without trash? Who's Jill without Jack? What's muscles without packs? Who's Sneakball without rap? What's weave? I mean a train without a track. Bonnie without a back. Bone, home without a dad. This piece is called Soul Ties.
Yeah!
Sorry, hope you guys enjoy it. The next time you lead a person on and make them catch feelings with no intentions of... Cool, we're gonna start again. I said, the next time you lead a person on and make them catch feelings with no intentions of dealing, just know you're dealing with another human being. And if you're too insensitive to be seeing the meaning, well, you need to be hearing this. As this is some real shit. And innocent lives and hearts are being broken due to your lack of realness. You see, life's a game. Some just have the cheat codes. Some are like injury lawyers for you and try to find the weak with cheap quotes like roses are red, violets are blue. You need to wake up. Because all of this has been happening right in front of your face box. Has it ever occurred to you that after a moment gets intimate with a particular individual, one would claim that ignorance is bliss because she became whipped off a kiss, so in the heat of the moment you just slipped in to her mate. Whilst you were inside, trying to figure out if she's true about her body count, you're forgetting her body counts.
Wheel it.
I said, whilst you were inside, trying to figure out if she's true about her body count, you're forgetting her body counts. I said, her body counts. So in the heat of the moment, you just slipped and navigated in between her gates. Now you've got the treasure and you've escaped with the one thing she knew she had for sure. Innocent, like a dove. But to you, she was one of your many links. This has made me clock your lifestyle stinks, because now she's left you took her right arm. I mean her right guard. Because you could come in with those lines like, I can see you falling in love, you're in too deep, I'll be your lifeguard, I'll save you. Most times. Those lines went past more than just the depths of her heart, they penetrated the depths of her soul's eyes, now her soul cries. The dangers of being so close. Close enough to feel your soul rise to the surface of tipping point in rapture. Feeling like prey, trapped and captured. Words at the tip of your tongue, don't know what to do. Feeling like prey, just pray. Just pray, you think. Because now you've given in, you don't know what you've given him. Now you've given in, you have given him a key to a lock that's been locked away for so long. You were so close to saying no, but now you've given in, you have given him more than just a piece of mind or a piece of body. You've given him a piece of soul. Whoa. It just got that sweet melody of oohs and ahs don't sound too far from the deep cry of soul ties. Those lies have been blurred, that they've heard every word, that they've turned every verse, that was word on the curve that you guys are beating. And there's nothing to it because there's no achieving her dreams, and she's believing you guys are dealing when for you she's just a beat. So you spit bars on that track. You spit bars to get a gas. She's giving you a beat, so of course you've got a rap. I said, say it again. Slow it down, say it again. I said, she's giving you a beat, so of course you've got a rap. I said, she's giving you a beat, so of course you've got her wrapped. You see, she clocked on genre, that ish rock. She hip hop, that's jazz, because you guys were rocking it. You can't be stopping this or flopping this. So you come up with a plan because she's used to it. Come round, let's chill. No more beats. Little did she know, things just got acoustic, still music to her ears. Now she knows what you're on, but she can't say no, you see. Because all those beats, bars and words have all become sweet poetry. You just click. So the next time you tell yourself it's not that deep, take your feet out of your shoes and put them into the next. Because it was deeper than just the surface. It was deeper than L'Oreal making her feel like she was worth it. It became deep the first time you put your hands on her waist. It became deep the first time you put that smile on her face. It became deep when you thought of her as bronze but spoke to her like gold. It's more than just her body or her mind, it's her soul. So the next time you tell yourself it's not that deep, and you know it is because to you she cried, that's probably because her soul is tired of trying to fight the skies because of the soul test.
Okay, cool. So basically, this is like a freestyle that I wrote, and the inspiration was if Martin Luther King or like Malcolm X was to write a freestyle in the 21st century, what would it sound like? So this is what it sounds like. You can run this, DJ.
Daily Duppy.
Cool. Can we turn it up a little bit? Is that the loudest? I feel like a rapper about to get next. Alright, cool. Check it. People wanna talk about bark in the night when they probably ain't never gripped a star in the life. All they start to see is the sun. They go on big when they see the real thing, they all start to run. People wanna talk about stars and the gripping, but deep down they know the bars are for the non-fiction. Listen, stop reminiscing about the things you ain't got like a big thing. That's the difference between me and them. They talk shit, I jump on stage and I say 2 words and they ask me to wheel it again. It's been a minute since I jumped on beat. I'm on fire, let me run this heat. I'm alive on the right and I'm 5 and I take 2 puffs and reel in a pen. Last time, Martin tried to relive his dream and they shot him dead. Said that was me that you got instead. I believe in a dream, I ain't going nowhere, so let this king speak again, it's my time. How can I follow the path of my ancestors and not shine bright? Won't stop till all roads are right. I keep my energy high. Come through on an elegant vibe. Ironic, but I know I'm good, but still test me to see the devil inside. I'm just an intelligent guy. When I'm in my element, I'm just a hell of a guy. Like fine wine, I've been gone for a minute, but I just get better with time. Shout out all of the martyrs. Martin, Malcolm and Marcus. Garvey, I come through with the flag in my hand. Best believe it's black and the green and the red. Aunties, uncles, fathers, imams, gurus and pastors. It's about who gets there, not who gets there fastest. Breeze chasing the green, but spreading the message of green pastures. Never passed it, now I'm out here counting my blessings. Now it's either a win or a lesson. Learning to elevate minds, I'm out here spreading the message. I just hope they can get it. No more L's, no more fells, no more young black kings in jails. No more guns, no more knives, no more taking young kings' lives. I don't know why, Jesus Christ looks so white. Anyway, let me put that to the side, cause that's dead. Anchor of life around my neck, a white light surrounds my head. My third eye shines bright, there's no way I can't be blessed. Like I sneeze, catch this cold, my energy is contagious. Stay focused on these roads, our culture is rich like gold. Knowledge is like these precious stones, you might be free, just like me, but remember, anybody can be sold. So, hear the trumpet sing. A calling, let them know that my spirit's warming, my spirit's forming. Like the sunrise up in the morning, hit the sun rays slow. Let my vibe shine, let them melanin go slow-mo when they chill on my road. Let them know the bigger the stone, the harder you throw to break the glass ceiling. Find your purpose, find meaning.
I'm running. I'm running. I'm running. Running. Trying to reach this finish line. Trying to be a winner quick, trying to finish. I'm running. Always in a haste. No time to waste. Laziness, no. Trying to set pace, keep busy. That's me. That's me. I start something new before I finish it. I'm at the end before I'm even at the beginning. Feeling like Mo because I'm running thorough. Lost cause, super speed, fast forward. Rewind and pause. Open doors. Moving too fast, no time for flaws. So I'm flying, I'm gliding, I'm riding through time and I'm shining. I don't want to face defeat because I'm running with it. Not trying to be one of those bummies. I was a fool and mum was always funny with it. She said, you've seen your dad. Your hair will turn grey and your skin will sag. Read your books because your knowledge will never fade away. She always pushed me to succeed and believe that success has always been a decimal place away. Do the maths. The truth is, I'm running because I'm alone now. I don't want to face the truth, so I don't want to slow down. So low now, it's slow-mo now. There's room to think at the brink of madness. I can't hack it, so I panic and I start running again. Where I'm going, I don't know. I'm just trying to be as far as away from alone as I can possibly go. So, I'm running. Tumbling down this lonely slope. Let's see how low he goes. They watch me grip for the sides as I climb up. Slip and slide past the grime they throw at me. These roads are lethal, B. They don't know why Lee gets so vexed when they overstep my security. Okay. This chip on my shoulder helps me keep my walls up. It's so solid, G. This unit is 50-50. Ain't moved by negativity. Positivity got this ghost feeling power. Get it? Grime, chip, lethal B. They say babies don't grow on trees. You don't simply pick and choose. First you release a seed of life into the sea of the sea. This life we live is wild. A child. You will bear the gift of life inside your body. Don't waste your life. You see, men? Be a man. Fight. Face your challenges head on. Stay strong. They will punch and kick. Take the piss out of your cocoon, but you will burst through smoother than butter. Fly. 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 And stop running.
Guys, we've come to the end of the show. What do? We say?
These my veins, I probably move slowly on that phone. Hit them with the cons, with the icons. Better lies, make the better pawns. Still your high fawns on that cry, feel it, pin it on. See the nylon, wonder why I be waiting on. Okay.